I know. I know. Y'all ain't got to cuss me out because I'm cussing myself out at this point. Hey y'all, welcome to the Realm of Comics, where we discuss everything graphic novels and manga. And I have been on hiatus from this channel for like the past month, and there's two things that contributed to that. So one of the things being that I genuinely did go through kind of a rough patch in February, March-ish. March was very, very difficult for me, and I made like a couple of videos in March, but April just was kind of also kind of up and down-ish, and things have gotten really, really busy at work, and so it's just been this conglomerate of things that have really not stifled my creativity, but have brought me to a place of I had no idea what I wanted to do content-wise for this channel. And it was easier coming up with content related things for my other channel just because of the nature of conversations that were happening on the bookish side of the community, things that I needed to catch up on. And so that just kind of worked out more in my favor on that side. And even then, I still wasn't super consistent. Like National Library Week is kind of what got me motivated to get back into the groove of things. And now here we are on the Realm of Comics, and y'all looking like, girl, you done abandoned this channel, you done abandoned the book club, like what's up, what you got going on? Okay, so that is a no to all of the above. I have not abandoned this channel, I have not abandoned the book club. I just needed to get to a point where everything felt a little bit more leveled out. And granted, everything is still not completely leveled out. However, I'm in a place where I feel a little bit more comfortable in terms of making content and what I want to do in terms of content. So I am not here today to go into a long explanation of anything, to be quite honest with you. I am primarily here today because I want to give you an update about the book club and what we're going to be doing moving forward for the rest of the year, because I don't want to just throw the book club away, because it is a fun book club. We have some amazing discussions, but I'm not going to lie to you, February, March, and April were kind of just a wash. And so what I did is I made a quick couple of adjustments to the schedule. It's really not that big. As a matter of fact, it's really not shifting that much. The only thing that I technically did was take February, March, and April, those reads, and shift them to May, June, and July, which means that August through December is going to be the same exact way that it had already been scheduled. But I don't want us to miss out on reading that content, and I don't want us to miss out on having those vital discussions about the content. We are also still going to be doing the Death Note read-along live discussions. That is my responsibility, not Shay's. That's all me because of life being chaotic and me trying to figure out, once again, this balance of where I need to be. I'm going to reach out to Shay. We already agreed that we were still doing it, but I want to reach out to Shay, and maybe we can have the live show sometime in May at some point. And so I will give you an update for that whenever that is organized. But the adjustments that were made for the Realm of Comics is that for the month of May, we're going to be reading You Brought Me the Ocean and Monstrous Volumes 1 through 3. That's going to be an interesting discussion because those are two very polarizing works that probably are not going to have any similarities whatsoever, but I was excited to dive into Monstrous, and I know a couple other people were also excited to dive into Monstrous, and so I didn't want us to miss an opportunity to read all of that content. The live shows are still going to be at the end of the month. So I'm trying to put this out now. That way you still have a month. If you have not read any of the material, you still have a month to read it, because I know that I have not had the chance to read anything just yet. And so giving us a month, waiting for Hoopla credits to reset for a lot of people, I thought that would be wise. Going into June, We're still going to be reading Clementine, but in addition to Clementine, we're going to be reading Spider-Man: A Life Story by Chip Zdarsky, which that was another one that I was looking forward to because, as y'all remember, I had delved a little bit into the, what's it called? The Fantastic Four life story, and I thought that the concept, the idea, the artwork behind that was very interesting, and so I was wondering what Chip Zdarsky was going to do with Spider-Man and if it would align or be similar to what they had done with Fantastic Four. So June it's Clementine and Spider-Man. And then in July, we originally had Malika Warrior Volumes 1 and 2, which is going to stand as is for July. But we're also going to add Hotel Dare and Eve. So July is going to be a more packed month, although I could say that May is kind of packed too because that's 4 things that we're reading. But I know that the Malika Warrior volumes are a little chunky. So be prepared for July to be a little bit more intense in terms of the reading, because I've actually seen the Malika Warrior volumes in person and they're thicky. They're thick girls. I know quite a few of you have already read Hotel Dare and Eve, so this may not be applicable to you, but for those of us, i.e. me, who have not read any of it, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is a really short video. There really wasn't much for me to talk about in terms of what's happening this week on the channel. I do have my 30 and 30 vlog going up on Wednesday. As of filming this video, I don't know if I actually will have completed 30 and 30. It just, April also was me trying to get back up on my feet a little bit. And I feel like I'm back on my stride this month. I'm not as stressed in my personal life, but now I'm stressed in my professional life. So it's like I traded one level of stress for another level of stress, which is always fun and exciting. I'm being facetious here. So trying to get myself together with that has been relatively interesting. And then on Friday, it's going to be a recommendation video. I have been reading a lot of middle grade graphic novels lately, and I've done this recommendation video before, but I want to recommend some middle grade graphic novels that I've been reading recently. And then probably going into next week, I'm going to do a Q1 wrap up because I haven't really talked about anything that I read in February, March, or I'll just do a check-in in terms of wrap up because I haven't talked about anything that I read in February, March, or April. And it has been some things outside of the manga that I've been reading for 30 and 30. So we're getting back into the groove of things. I just needed to find my footing again, y'all. Kind of the same way that I needed to find my footing in my other channel. And I love this channel. It's not going anywhere. Like, I've had people ask me that question, like, are you done with Roma? No, I'm not done. Life was trying to let me every which way but loose, and so that's why I kind of took a step back from everything. I just came back to my other channel more quickly than I did to this channel, but this channel is not going anywhere. I'm not gonna stop posting. I just needed to take kind of a little bit of a break. So that is it. If you have any questions about anything else in terms of like book clubs and stuff and channel stuff, let me know in the comments down below, and I will be sure to be back with another video soon. Like I said, it should be that 30 and 30 vlog that will go up first. All right, y'all, bye.